Hello everyone, it is Saturday, November 5th in the NBA, and I'm back with my 3 favorite picks of the day. Sorry, this video is a little bit delayed. The book slept in on Saturdays and we had to do other videos, but we're back here for the NBA. Let's recap yesterday real quick, a 3-2 day. Our best bet of the day, Jayson Tatum, over 26.5 points. Cashes with these. The man scores like 36 points. Nicolas Claxton, despite a blowout, he cashes. Tyrese Halliburton, our added play, cashes as well. Only 2 losses. Luka doesn't get over 17.5 rebounds plus assists. The Timberwolves do not get it done. I saw Rudy Gobert launching a 3. Look, if Rudy's shooting 3s, I'm never betting on the Timberwolves again. But either way, our best bet segment moves to 15-2 on the year. It's an 88% clip rate. People hitting the hammer in the house, you're going to have to push through just like I'm going to push through this. But if you're new, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. Also, if we've been helping you make some money, go become a COS All-Star. It's our YouTube membership. Click the join button on the channel. You get our plays early, just like we got them early for this video. It's only $2.99 a month. Plus, I'll shout you out at the end of the video. The last note, we posted earlier today, since I couldn't record an NBA video, posted my parlays and player props video for Week 9 in the NFL for tomorrow's slate. Go check that out. Also, our Week 9 NFL Best Bets video with our favorite spread picks, game picks, you know it, is already live on the channel. Let's hop into the best bet segment of the week. It doesn't get the weekends off, because we're going with this one, trying to move to 16-2. It's the guy you might recognize. Nicolas Claxton, over 23.5 points plus rebounds, minus 111 on FanDuel. And if you don't have a points plus rebounds line, take us over in PRAs. And honestly, you guys don't see me run back a lot of bets today. Today you might see 2 of them, but I don't normally like to run it back, but I love the matchups for 2 of these guys, and you'll understand why. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of edits, so you just have to listen through and listen to the notes that I'm going in, because I want to get this video live as soon as possible. Now, Claxton yesterday, despite a blowout, only playing 28 minutes, he recorded 18 points, 9 rebounds, cashing us over pretty easily. He didn't play a minute from the 7:43 mark on in the 4th quarter, but he started the 4th, was playing a lot of minutes, and I think he's going to play a lot of minutes today against Charlotte. Now, he was guarding Kristaps, so he had to be out on the perimeter. He still hauled in 9 rebounds, which is why I like his points, like his rebounds line. That's why I'm combining them both. I've taken points plus rebounds instead of PRAs, because yesterday only had 1 assist chance. Did have 1 assist, but I don't really want to bank on him getting some assists in this matchup. So I'd rather just go to points plus rebounds, because I think he has a good chance there. Now, today, like I already talked about Claxton, he gets the money glitch from last season, and it's carried over to this season. He's a big man taking on the Charlotte Hornets. This year, they're allowing the 6th most points per game, 4th most rebounds per game to opposing centers. Hence why we're taking points plus rebounds. And despite the Hornets getting blown out by 31 points yesterday, I do expect them to keep this game close and competitive. And even despite getting blown out, they let Steven Adams go out there and have 13 points and 19 rebounds in only 22 minutes. Now, I can't guarantee, Nicolas Claxton has that sort of efficiency, but the fact that they got abused by Steven Adams is pretty good. They gave up a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's where Claxton likes to thrive, with a lot of offensive rebounds, tip-ins, and stuff like that. That's how he gets over this 23.5 points plus rebounds. Is the best of the day, 1.5 units on him. But like we already talked about yesterday with Claxton, down Ben Simmons, which is big. They're down Kyrie Irving. Seth Curry will return, but that's fine, because Seth Curry's not going to steal a lot of rebounds, and he's a capable passer. He's a guy that they're going to run out to on the 3-point line, try to run him off the 3-point line, and he's capable of throwing it up a lob to Nicolas Claxton, which is how he was getting his buckets yesterday. Now this year, Claxton, when he plays 30 or more minutes, he's had 30, 23, 28, and 20 points plus rebounds in 3 games without Ben Simmons. 28, 20, and 28 points plus rebounds. The 20, he only had 4 shot attempts. Well, I can't guarantee he shoots a lot today. I think he's going to get at least some attempts. And look, the Hornets are comprised of a lot of people that we want to be out on the court. They have a lot of guys that shoot 3s. They don't necessarily shoot them most efficiently, but they shoot them. So whoever's Kevin Durant's guarding, Royce O'Neal's guarding, Edmund Sumner, all these guys, whoever they're guarding can shoot the 3. So they can't just sag off of them and just chill in the paint. Whereas for a guy like Claxton, he'll be guarding either Mason Plumlee, most likely, and then Nick Richards off the bench. Those are 2 guys that don't attempt any jump shots. So he just gets to sit in the paint, grab rebounds, rim protect, and then on offense, just go rim run and just try to catch lobs, go put on some offensive rebounds and tip-ins. I think he has a great chance. This Hornets team gives up the 5th most points in the paint. Claxton, not a guy that's going to shoot really much unless it's right around the restricted area. I think he has a good chance in a fast-paced matchup. I expect the Hornets to keep this game close, potentially even win this game outright. I like Nicolas Claxton once again. Best bet of the day, over 23.5 points plus rebounds. Can it move to 16-2? I don't know. That would be ridiculous if it does. Let's keep it moving to a guy you heard me talk about yesterday. Cashed out first yesterday. We're doing it again. Jayson Tatum, over 40.5 PRAs, minus 110 on BetMGM. Now, if you need an individual line, go with points. That's what we took yesterday with Tatum, 100%. That's where you go. But I want to first talk about why I'm on PRAs instead of points, which is at 27.5. Now, the Knicks not only give up a lot of points to opposing number 1 options, give up a lot of rebounds to opposing small forwards and power forwards. Tatum likely going to get the Julius Randle shout out, and Julius Randle can't buy a bucket to save his life. And Al Horford on a back-to-back. Don't know how many minutes they want to play him. So I think we'll see Jayson Tatum play a lot of minutes. Obviously, Robert Williams is still out. And you look at Jaylen Brown, really hampered yesterday. He was sick with an illness, which is playing to Jayson Tatum playing pretty well. But can you imagine? I mean, if you're sick, you just played played 35 minutes yesterday. Now you got a back-to-back. I imagine it affects Jaylen Brown a little bit more than it does Jayson Tatum. And Tatum in the last 2 games, in fact, 12 rebounds and 6 assists in both the games. And so if we look at the PRAs versus the points line, there's a 13 difference in there. I think Tatum can at least get us 13 rebounds and assists. Maybe he gets us 14, makes his point line a little bit lower, if you know what I'm saying. And you look at Tatum, maybe gets it like 18, and then you lower that points line all the way down to like 22.5, which I'm pretty sure Tatum can get that in his sleep. And ultimately, Tatum hasn't made shots over the last 2 games. He didn't make any shots yesterday. He went 8 for 23 from the field, 34.8%. The reason he hit is over. He shot 20 free throws. Tatum can knock down those free throws. I don't think he gets 20 free throws again against the Knicks, but I also don't think he continues to shoot as poorly as he has the last 2 games. And it's in Madison Square Garden. Jayson Tatum will show up when the lights are the brightest, and I think he wants to in MSG. In his last 3 games, PRA-wise, he's at 51, 35, and 43 PRAs. His lone miss was a game he shot 7 for 30 from the field. Look, if Tatum goes out there and shoots 30 times in any game, he's going to hit this over probably 99% of the time. That one game he missed was that one anomaly game against the Knicks when he went 7 for 30, 2 for 15 from 3. I think he plays pretty well tonight. Again, brings us home cash the second straight night. Really like Tatum. I like his PRA line. If you only have points at 27.5, I'd feel kind of fine taking that. Probably take his points at 28.5. PRAs to take up to 42.5. Go get it done, Tatum. Now let's move on to my third and final pick, a guy we haven't talked about in the last 2 days. Haven't talked about him all season long. Plays for the Thunder. Grab your cowboy hats. It's Giddey on up. We're taking Josh Giddey over 26.5 PRAs, minus 118 on FanDuel. He plays for the Thunder, and I hate giving you guys a bunch of PRA lines because I already know the comments are going to be like, Austin, I don't have PRAs. I need a point, so what? Rebound. If you had to pick one, I like his points line the most, 13.5. If you don't have 13.5, maybe pivot towards assists. I don't really like doing, a lot of PRA lines just because I don't want to, kind of cut off some of the community from betting on different things. But I think with a guy like Josh Giddey, you have to take PRAs. You can't take a points because this guy could go out there and get 10 rebounds and 10 assists and score 6 points. And you could cash his PRA line, but not his points line. So let's talk about Giddey, though. And one of the reasons, this is kind of a line read. I'm looking at his lines. His rebounding prop is sitting at 7.5. Why? You look at his stats the last 3 games. 2, 1, and 1 rebound. And his line's sitting at 7.5. You tell me why. I don't know. I just don't know, and I think that means it's a pretty good indicator that Josh Giddey's going to come out here and grab some rebounds. Now, it does help him that his teammate, Alexei Pokashevsky, or as we call him, Poka, is out, and that guy steals a lot of rebound chances as well as shot opportunities. But also helps that he doesn't have to guard Giannis. He doesn't have to guard Drew Holiday, and those are the main 2 guys that are going to be on the court for the Bucks that shoot a lot. And if Drew Holiday doesn't play, then whatever. It doesn't matter. He won't be guarding the number 1 option or even number 2, probably the number 3 option. He's going to guard Grayson Allen or whoever comes off the bench that just shoots threes and sits in the corner. That's great for us. Josh Giddey gets some weak side rebounds. And look, the guys that are going to have to guard Giannis, the Jeremiah Robinson Earls, the Darius Baisleys, they're going to have their hands full. And that's going to lead to a lot more offensive opportunities for a guy like Josh Giddey, who I think this will be his first true game back from injury, where it's like, all right, we don't need to play you on a minutes limit. We don't need to worry about your production. And, I think that's good for Giddey. He's a guy that started the season with 29 PRAs versus Minnesota and 37 PRAs versus Denver. It's a fast-paced game against the Milwaukee Bucks, and this doesn't match up well for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is a Bucks team with great rim protection. I assume Brook Lopez will play. If he doesn't play, still got Bobby Portis, a good rim protector. Giannis will go out there and play. And I think this game is closer than people anticipate just because I don't think the Bucks blow out another team, and it's a back-to-back. You never really know. The spread's 7.5. I think a guy like Giddey, who can not only get a triple-double, he can get a double-double. This is a guy that's really good at filling the stat sheet. You're getting a super low, just a buy low opportunity on a guy like Josh Giddey. I know SGA is going to get his, but this is not a great matchup for him. He goes into the paint, and you're going to have those guys in there kind of clogging the paint. Josh Giddey improved his jump shot over the offseason. If you want a guy spicy, go for a double-double, Josh Giddey might be your guy. Certainly capable of doing it in rebounds and assists. I think he gets us at least 10-plus points. I really like Giddey today. I think it's a line read. You're looking at the line, you're like, ooh, this is a little spicy. Josh Giddey's line should never be 26.5. It should be around 29.5, 30.5. Josh Giddey's going to have a pretty good game. Giddey on up, people. We're taking him. Now, those are my 3 plays of the day. Sorry, this video came out a little bit later, but hopefully these 3 guys go cash out. Sunday, we should have no problem filming the video early. Now, of course, if I don't have any spread picks. I know some people only bet spreads out there. I don't really like any this week, or at least on Saturday. I lean the Hornets +5 because the line makes no sense. I mean, you got Brooklyn coming off a 60-point win versus the Wizards. You got the Hornets who just got by the Grizzlies. Line makes no sense. So I think the Hornets cover because NBA spreads lines don't make much sense. But as always, time to shout out some COS All-Stars. I got a long list. I'm going to butcher some names. Let's get it going. We got AJ the Capper. We got Chelms, Atomic, Deshaun, John, Raj, Kayla, Primo. Hopefully that's not Josh Primo. Yikes. Charles, Rage Street, Jay on the Keys, Aaron, Guy, Ladouche, Mish, Kid KO7, Pedro, KV Ta, Mike, Jet, Alex, John, or maybe it's JET, sorry, CT, Jer, Anthony, Joseph, Alval24, Matthew, Samsat. I definitely have this, I have Powell, I'm sorry, I butchered that. Raheel, AJ Bordenette, Linked Kin, Tim, Daniel, Ronnie Gamble, Dustin, Steve, Zach, Gary, Jerry, I don't know, Khalil, Yankees, Tuesday Nights, FPS Games, FTW for the win, Talon, John, Kayvon, Cortez, Mario, DG, Lucho, RTR, Cam, Allen, 38, Cortez, Ryan, Robert, Benjamin, Gonzalo, Cameron, Anthony, Matt, Brendan, Masab, Malik Kurjan, I butchered that, Joe, Oscar, Marco, Brett, Burhan, MT, Daweed, Non-Circuit, Mattia, Ryan, Zachary, and I hope that's Harrison. I butchered some of those names. I'll be back again in the morning on Sunday. I don't even know what day it is. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. I'm Austin, signing back. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. Peace out. Go check out these other videos too while you're doing it. Let's go.